And we will have our next speaker today, Jordan Morris from Mr. Morris Games. And he will talk about experience of releasing Haiku the Robot, successful release of Haiku the Robot.
Hello, everybody. I realized that we've only seen mobile games up until now. So has anybody got interest in developing like PC games or is currently making a PC game? All right, cool. Thank God. I'm in the right event. So how many of you are doing it like solo? Like you're not in a team or you may be in a team, but you're also doing your own solo project as well? Okay. All right, cool. So this is marketing tactics for a self-published game. Basically, everything you see here, I did by myself, and that's it. I'm not going to say that again, because I don't like praising myself. Let's just check if this works. Yay! So, my name is Jordan. I'm the creator of Haiku the Robot, which just recently launched on Steam. There's a shameless plug of the game. I launched with 37,000 wishlists, and if any of you know, that's a really good number. Usually the golden sort of number that floats around is about 10,000 wishlists, so everybody tries to aim for that. And the reason why you need wishlists is because when your game goes live on Steam, all of those people get an email saying that your game's just gone live. So it's good to build up a good amount, so you get momentum on the platform, and then the platform just promotes your game. So with that, I sold about 15,000 copies in the first 6 weeks. Getting ahead of myself there. And I only spent $1,000 on marketing. And you'll see why later on. So just quickly what we're going to cover. Marketing basics, just like the 2 primary steps of marketing, and that's it. Then how to build a community. And then what worked and what didn't work, and pretty graphs, because everybody loves graphs. So, marketing basics. Why is marketing so important? Now, this phrase, when I first started making games, this phrase just stuck with me. It really resonated with me, so I'm just trying to resonate it back out. So basically, you could have the best game in the entire world, but if nobody knows about it, nobody's going to play it. So I think that's something very important to, like, when you ask yourself, oh my God, I got to do marketing, I hate marketing. This is the reason why, you know, like, hopefully this should motivate you. So step 1 is finding your game's hook. Like, I sincerely apologize already for the Peter Pan references. As soon as I saw Captain Hook, it brought back all my child memories, and I just looked for every Peter Pan gif, and they're going to be throughout the entire presentation at this point. So, step 1, find your game's hook. You need to think about what makes your game different. You need to think, what is it that you can use to explain your game to other people so they go, ah, that's interesting, right? So it could be the visual style, it could be a core mechanic, or it could be an unusual mix of genres. For Haiku the Robot, it's just the visual style. It has this very bright orange, which people seem to really like for some reason. So that's all I have to say about it. Second of all, once you have that hook, then you need to find people that are gonna like your game. So basically, marketing boiled down is just showing your game to the right people and just making sure that those are the people that buy your game at the end, because they're the ones who go in with the right expectations, who buy the game, who like the game, and then, you know, spread the word of mouth of your game to other friends. So how can you do this? I just shared on social media. You can look for different forums. I know my cousin sells alternative anime posters. So he does like alternative anime posters, and there's a whole forum for that. And he sells basically just on there, and that's it. So I mean, like, there are things out there. My game was a Metroidvania. I tried looking for a Metroidvania forum, but it just couldn't seem to find any. But they're definitely out there. And you just got to basically keep testing different stuff and just to see where your people are at. For Haiku the Robot, because it is a Metroidvania, Hollow Knight is one of the most popular Metroidvanias of recent times, so I decided to spend like a lot of effort to get into that community. I got into not only the community of gamers that played that game, but also the streamers, YouTubers, everything like that all around it. In fact, when I released my game, when I announced the release date of my game, one of Team Cherry's members actually retweeted me. So like it's important to kind of know where you have to get in to. So what's the benefits of building a community? So once you have that audience and you found where your people are at and people who are interested in your game, not all of them will turn into your community, only some of them, but that's fine. Your community is fantastic, especially early on. If you want to test your game, you can send early builds out to fans, and they will test it. They will give you feedback and ideas. The other thing is you can also just ask for feedback like this. So this was I was redesigning my UI, and I couldn't, for the life of me, think of what health bar I should use. So I just posted it, and you can instantly gather like feedback. And I think this got like 300 comments of people just saying, like, people really like to get feedback and their opinion on everything. So they were just like, no, you should do this. And in fact, in the end, I ended up sticking with the old one and combining it with B. So, you know, new ideas can come from it as well. On the plus side, it also helped me with motivation a lot, because if you are working alone, it's almost like a support group that's, you know, like keeping you afloat. So that's also like a hidden benefit I think should be praised. If you have a community and there's a lot of interest in your game and you can see that your community is growing fast and people are excited about your idea, then if you are in a position where you do or you are looking for funds and you do need funds, then you can use this as leverage for publishers and stuff like this. So you can say like, hey, look, this idea isn't just something I thought of last night, you know, like this has been around, people are interested in it, and you know, like there's proof, so to say. Alternatively, you can also try crowdfunding, which is what I did. I was at a crossroad where I was thinking, okay, should I continue my office job, which was just some office job, and then, or if I should try and do this whole game development thing like a good try. So I decided to go on Kickstarter. I felt confident that I might have the right community already there to back me, and luckily the crowdfunding campaign was successful, and here I am today talking to you guys. But the main reason why you want to build a community is for them early reviews on release. So as soon as you release your game on Steam, there's two very important factors. There's wish lists. So the more wish lists you have, the more people are going to get notified that your game's just released, and more potential buyers, which in Steam's eyes is the most important thing, buyers. Then early reviews. So the early reviews will basically get you onto a little section of the front page of Steam, which is called New and Trending. So if your game gets like a lot of positive reviews very early on, then Steam picks up on this and they say, okay, this is a new game and it's popular among people. We're going to show it to our millions and millions and millions of users. And when you get on that New and Trending, it is insane. The impressions are literally in the millions. It's nuts. So very important. Unfortunately, building a community doesn't help a lot with getting wish lists, and you'll see in the graphs, the pretty graphs later. But I think that's outweighed by the benefit that they bring when they are early adopters of your game. They will buy your game day one, and they will leave early reviews to help you as like an individual, a solo developer, to like stand out among the masses. And like I said, they also help spread the word once the game releases. So, what worked and what didn't? I didn't actually include what didn't. I just realized now. But I'll show you what worked, and I can mention what didn't. But it's all in graphs because I don't know about you guys, but I like looking at graphs. So this is my wish list count. If any of you are familiar with Steam's backend, I have no idea if I'm breaking NDA right now, but this is what it looks like. So this little blue squiggly line is basically how many additions you've got on a daily basis. So this is right from the beginning when my page went live, which was in like March 2020 somewhere. And then right at the end, you see the spikes going up. That's the day before I launched. So this little spike here, I'm going to go through the little spikes first, the most boring stuff. Then I'll get to the big stuff. So this is from a top up 10 coming video. I'm pretty sure you've seen these on YouTube at some point, like top 10 RPGs, top 10 pixel art games, yada, yada, yada. So that's like a nice boost. This is during my Kickstarter campaign. These are all these little random social media pushes that I did during, just as you do. This big spike there was a good combination of Reddit and Twitter somehow. Like I just had one of these viral posts that gets shared a lot and also a lot of likes and stuff like that. And then this is the big stuff, which I'm going to get into on the other slide. So I want you to just kind of acknowledge how small this stuff is. And this is what most developers do. And it's just social media, social media, social media. And it's good because it is like giving you this drip, drip, drip of wish lists. So it does build up over time. But as you can see, there are just much easier ways of gaining large amount of wish lists with very little effort. So this first big spike is an event called Tiny Teams. And what it basically is you might have seen these on Steam, but they basically take over the whole platform of Steam. And not the whole platform, but they have the whole front page of Steam, basically. And what they will do is they will put a massive clickable banner that people can click on the front page. They get millions and millions of views. And then they have like a very curated selection of games. So your game will be there at the front, shown to all of the people that click on it. So the good thing about this is you can apply to these events, and it doesn't really cost you anything. Some have like an entry fee, but others don't. And they just basically give you the best marketing spot on Steam for free. The next big spike is a teaser trailer. So trailer that looked amateur at best. I need to up my game. 2 whole weeks, no joke. Like just like at the end, it's like freaking hype, and you know you see the game title at the end and the wish list and everything. And I posted it on Reddit. I think it was the first day. And it got almost 1,400 wish lists. So that's massive. And then on the next day, I posted it on 9gag, which did absolutely insane. So this one got 24,000 upvotes. It was on the front page of 9gag. So everybody who was logging into 9gag at that point saw it. And the same on Reddit. I can't remember if it was this one, but I think this one also reached the front page of Reddit. So what this basically told me is that Steam events are amazing because they're free and they give you a lot of exposure. And second of all, having a good trailer is like critical for like any game, I would say. So what did I do? I did more events. So this is the Steam Next Fest event, which if you don't know is basically an event where they gather a bunch of upcoming games and upcoming games with demos, and they group them all together. And so after my experience with Tiny Teams, I was like super hyped. I was like, yo, this next fest is going to be amazing. I've got to like do everything in my power to get as much exposure from it as possible. And I paid for a press release. I paid $300 for like an agency sort of thing. I don't know. And she said through the festival. So I'm like, damn, $300 for nothing. But anyway, this had a massive effect because not only do you have to look at the spikes, but you kind of have to look at all the surface area that's inside as well. So that's the actual volume of wish lists. That event alone, I think, netted me like 7,000 wish lists in the space of a week or 10 days. And the good thing with the demos is that streamers play them. So if a streamer picks up your demo, that's I had one which was like the biggest in France, apparently, but I mean, I don't know. But apparently he played it, and then you see this little spike as well at the end. That was when he released his YouTube video after. So these things, so events really, really help. This was another event. This one cost $500, but I was calculating based off of the Tiny Teams event. I was hoping if it done the same, which was roughly 2,000 wish lists, then $500 would be like 25 cents a wish list. Then once you do the conversion rate of like, I don't know, 5% of those 2,000 wish lists versus how much you would charge for the game, it worked out. Like that would be in a win. So yeah, so in total I spent now like 800. This is some other event on Steam that I can't remember the name of. I tried to look for it, but I couldn't find it. And then again, I made a release date reveal trailer. It was only short, it was 30 seconds. I would try to spend 2 weeks on it. I was banging my head against the wall because I was like, it's not as good as the teaser trailer. It's not as good as the teaser trailer. So I just shortened it down to 30 seconds. And I think just because of the nature of the trailer, it's a release date, everybody gets hyped, especially when you leave it only 2 weeks before the actual release. Everybody's like, oh my God, it's dropping in 2 weeks? What? So yeah. That just emphasizes how important it is to have a good-looking trailer because both of them have very similar spikes. So, you know, there's a consistency there. Then, by some miracle, there was another event that I somehow managed to wiggle my way into. I found them on a Discord, and it was Earth Appreciation event, which was the week leading up to my launch. So that was fantastic for gaining momentum on the platform. For then when I release, people like, you know, I'd already have that momentum for Steam to kind of keep pushing me up, hopefully. So that was great. And the kind of expectancy that you have, because at this point, I had roughly 30,000 wish lists already. So I was pretty positive that I was going to appear on Popular Upcoming for like a few days up until release. But I didn't. As soon as I released my release date reveal trailer, everybody else released their release date reveal trailers, and they were all the same day or the day before as mine. So I was like, damn. So yeah, lots of big games coming out the same week as well. So unfortunately, I wasn't on that Popular Upcoming list, but at least I got into this just to help a little bit. And then this is the day before launch, which I was on Popular Upcoming. So that very last line going up. So on launch day, I basically just took everything I had learned from all of that marketing span, which was basically you need a good trailer and try to participate in Steam events. So what I did was I saw, well, I mean, here's a little comparison of, well, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after launch, wish lists just go, you know. So this is that spike that you saw in the previous graph of the release date reveal trailer, and that's launch day, which is crazy. But what I tried to do was I tried to plan my launch day around a Steam event. So Steam event had their own proper event, so it wasn't like another publisher organized it or another group organized it. It was internally organized by Steam. It was called Going Rogue, which was specifically targeted towards roguelikes, because, you know, they're different, and Metroidvanias and Souls-likes. So I was like, that's fantastic. I'm going to try and release my game a few days before that, pray that I get on the new and trending tab so what I basically did was I launched on Thursday, prayed that I got on the new and trending tab for Friday, and then on the weekend, not many games launched, so I'd stay on the weekend, and then Monday, this event started. So hopefully that would prolong, at least this was my thinking, that would prolong the me being on that new and trending tab. And it did. So as you can see, launch day happened. It kind of dipped down a bit over the weekend. And then as soon as that Monday started, you can see that second spike from the Steam event. So key takeaways are events are OP. A good trailer does a lot. Having a community is good for them early reviews. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. You can reach out to me at Discord, and my name's Mr. Morris, but you can call me Jordan.